Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Well, let's move to our next assignment, which is called Assignment-3, right? So it's totally based on tutorial cd tutorial dot, and now I just need to create a touch, and after that index.js, and now I'm creating new file, and after that we just need to install npm init, and yes, now we are ready. Let's go and set some give it descriptions. For example, Assignment-3, and after that go author Joy, and leave as it, and now press enter, and I just want to create another file for no I don't need it, and now just type code dot, and here we go with Visual Studio. Okay, so Visual Studio is going to load. During this time we need to open our assignment questions paper also. So for that, let's minimize this, and now I have downloading it on my desktop, as you can see here. And now tap on, and let's move. See, I had our first question. So if you can see, it's taking time because I'm just put my laptop in battery saver mode, so that's why. Okay, let's move ahead, and our first question is the create a JavaScript with the restaurant managers class. Okay, and just I want to copy this name and this class with the following property. So first we need to just listen this line exactly. So let me generate one class. So create a class, for example. Now we just going to class and tap restaurant manager, and yep, we have a brand new class. And after that I just want to run my project. So for that I'm just going to take help of node-mon, and after that, because I don't want to refresh it again and again, type a node.js, and so for that I'm just using node-mon. And I also recommend you, if you guys know what is the node-mon exactly, so you can use it. If you don't know, then you can go traditional way like we done before. Okay, so as we enter, now we are ready to go. And now move ahead and look ahead in our questions. So following properties, we have created a class. Now we need to create a properties. Okay, so inside the properties it should have a restaurant list name. So I'm just going to copy this word, and its type should be array, and this will be contain list of restaurant object with the restaurant name, address, and city. So let's move to our Visual Studio Code, and after that just enter and give the name restaurant list, and after that equal, and as we see in our question, it should be the type of array. So for type array we just need a big bracket. It's going to start with a big bracket, and inside this bracket we just need to create a restaurant, which is the first is the name. The name of restaurant is whatever, it totally depends on you. For example, Rambhog restaurants. Okay, so Rambhog restaurant, right? Okay, and now we have create one object element, and another one should be the start with the address exactly, means where is it. So For example, now we need to create address. For example, address, right? And after that, just to give the address. For example, Rohini sector 21, right? And after that, just save it, and yes, don't forget to separate with a comma. And after that, our last element should be the city. And where is the Rohini exactly? How will customer know that? So for that, we just give a city exactly. So city, and after that, just give the city which is located in Delhi, New Delhi. So for example, Delhi, New Delhi. And now save it, and we have created a brand new object inside the array, which is the only one object, right? And we need to create two more because we need more data for showing something exactly. So for that, just little bit make with fun Visual Studio, and just copy and paste, and after that just copy and paste, right? And now you can change here the name with the different name. It will more fun. So for that, just go and type here another name. For example, I don't know, but it should be here Krishna Bhog. Krishna Bhog. I know what you guys thinking about me, but it's, I don't know. I have no any idea about it because I'm not visiting a restaurant, right? And now I just give this location is Dhankot, where I am staying right now. Okay, which is located inside Dhankot sector 91, and after that is it located in Haryana. So Haryana, one of the, okay, so last name of the restaurant should, I prepare that it should be the Narsimha, okay, Narsimha restaurant. And after that, just give the location of this one is I don't know where it should be. It should be the Bihar or somewhere, and just Bihar in where, in Patna. Okay, Patna. And after that, Patna in where? In Patna is sector 2010. Okay, only 10. Okay, where is it located in Patna? Is the capital of Bihar. So we just going to say Bihar. Yeah, we have a brand new 3 object inside our restaurant array. And now we should need to go ahead with our next question. So our next question is the print all restaurant names. So we need to print our all restaurant. So for that, I'm just going to copy this. This is the other properties. So properties is save this, and after that just properties is a need to create a function. Okay, let's move to our next step. Our next step in the problem is to print all restaurant names. So if you read term and condition of this, so print all restaurant names should function type, and function should have no any argument. And what will does this function? This will print the name of all restaurant names in restaurant list on console. So here we go. So we need to first create a function. After that, it should not have an argument, and then after that, this function is for the print the all restaurant name and on console, exactly, not in console, on console. So I'm just going to copy this word and go to inside the here Visual Studio Code and paste it and remove this, and after that give the function. Okay, I create a function with no argument, as you can see here. Now I'm going to use for-of loop. So for that, first I need to initialize a variable. I'm just giving this name variable is all name, right? And after that of this restaurant list which we created, right? And after that we want to print, so console, after that log, and after that we're just going to say all name dot what we need to print exactly. So as we initialize when we was create object, then we was put elements. Here is, as you can see here, name, city, address, right? So when we give all name dot, so it's showing the option which one do you want to access. So we need to display name, so just select the name exactly. And how we going to print on console? For example, if you go to the terminal and take new terminal, so terminal and type here node index.js. If you can see, output is nothing, so we are not able to get output on console, the all restaurant name. So what we're going to do, we need to initialize first variable. I'm going to say the lat and restaurant list, and after that restaurant is equal to new, and it should be the restaurant manager, and now call it. And after that, if we look, it might be confusing because the new variable, the same name of the object is earlier, if we can see here, so it might be confusing. So I'm just going to say the restaurant only, initialize and define this variable name again restaurant, and now we are able, we construct this all restaurant manager inside. We all store the data inside the restaurant. Now we are able to access the restaurant, the object inside the restaurant. We have a create object which is named the restaurant list, and now we don't need to call this restaurant list. We want to access this function exactly which we created right now. As we can see here, print all restaurant names. So yes, if we step again, so we got two options here. First one is the print all restaurant name, another one is restaurant list exactly. So as we created here, the inside the restaurant manager class, we have a restaurant list and function. One is the object, another one is the function. So we need to access the function exactly. For that, we're going to say dot, and after that we're just going to say print. So we need to access this, and now we going to call this function. And now if we go to the console and write node index dot js, then as we can see, we got all restaurant name which is the listed inside the restaurant list, and right, so we listed the all restaurant name as we can see here. And now with that we complete our next second challenge. So let's move over to the next challenge, is the filter restaurant by the city name. So filter city, so this is the name of the function, right? And after that we need to we should have an argument which is type of string, and this will filter restaurant on the basic of the city provided in arguments. So it means that we going to give an argument and we'll pass the city name with the argument, and it will show the based on argument input, they will show the result. So for that, For that we need to create a function. So let's go, we will get more clarity with that, with doing. So let's go and copy this and go to the your Visual Studio and just tap here, and as we can see, oh sorry, we get same. Okay, 1 minute here, copy, and now we're going to here paste, and now it should be the type of a function, and we have created a function. Now it should have an argument city, so I just want to say city, right? And after that, inside this we're just going to use for loop for access. So we're first going to initialize the variable, the const, and the name of city. So we're going to say city name is actually the best way. And now it should be the where, means from where. It should be from the this restaurant list exactly. So now we got the access from object, and now we are ready to access every element from our object from restaurant list, right? So I'm going to put a condition if city name dot name, because the city name present the all object, this means all object elements, and the name is specified that dot name is specified that which element we want to target in the restaurant list. So we give the restaurant list name, properties name is name. So we need to access only property name, sorry, we need to access city exactly, not name exactly. So we need to compare with city name. So that's why I'm just going to city. I'm sorry, the city exactly. Yes. Now we are ready, and it should be the equal if city, which we have given argument, if there is equal to the argument, then it should print, what is going to print? Console log. It should print the restaurant address exactly, because when someone want to find, for example, if we assume that, for example, if someone who is searching a restaurant in New Delhi, they want to search in New Delhi, right? And they pass the here the city name as a New Delhi, it will go to the here, right? It will go to the here, and it will compare, this will compare city name dot city, which is the property, it's city is name is object and city is the property. If the city name is equal to this city name, then it will print what? It will should print the name of the restaurant. So we how to going to print this? To say city name dot name, it will going to print city name, and after that I want to specify some space between them, so separate by comma and after that plus, and say city name, say city name dot address. It should print name and address both. So we have a term condition if the city which we will pass. So let's pass the argument. So how we going to access this? Restaurant dot, and we going to filter, right? And filter and pass an argument as a New Delhi, right? And hit save. If we go to the console and write node index.js, now we get all restaurant name, but we didn't get a yes, we got it here, right? So in the city, in New Delhi city, there is only one restaurant which is name is Ram Bhog Restaurant, and which is the name of the restaurant is Ram Bhog, and the address of the restaurant is Raini Sector 21. So we pass on New Delhi as an argument, and this input as an input is a string, is its type is a string, right? And it's go to the here city, and it's stored inside the city, and it's will ready to compare with the city name of the restaurant list, which is available in the restaurant list. So we done our second, means our this challenge and first problem. We have completed our first challenge exactly, if you can see. And yeah, hooray, we are now in our second. Let's jump to our second problem. Is please find details of for Punjabi Tadka restaurant in Delhi as given. So I'm just going to copy this, find only this word is going to be. So just copy this, and I'm going to here and make comment, because we are going to solve another problem. So for that, make sure it should be visible and better understanding. So I'm commenting here. Oh, what are we done? Q, after second question, and after that paste all questions, and after that we're just going to start from here our second question, solving our second question. So they give us data, as we can see here. They given our data, just copy it and go to the here and paste it. And now go to the your browser, go to your assignment and read out the first problem. So the first problem is calculate the total number of order placed for the restaurant. It looked like something very difficult, right? We didn't do before, so I'm just going to comment here for better understanding. Second question to A, and now right. So yes, how do we going to do that? If we going to say print for of initializes variable const, as we done above by using for loop, right? So just we want to achieve the using by this for loop. I'm just going to say yes, I need to add this all value is actually which is given in this and total it. So how do we going to total? Just give this total, right? So total, and after that of whom order. So as we can see here, as you can see, it's the order data type. It's not here accessible because we are not able to access the data from this object. Okay, so from object. So if I want to know what kind of this, so let's go and this say what type of this data. So type console.log, right? And after that say type of and order data. So let's go and just node index.js. So as we can see here, our last output is object. It is the type of object. So we are not able to access by using for or for in loop. So what we're going to do, say that there is a predefined some key to access inside the object. So that kind of object which is the not array type. So we're going to say first we need to convert this object. So how we gonna to achieve this to access this element of object? So first we need to convert this object into array. So how we going to do that? We're just going to say total, and after that we're going to say equal to object, An object is a predefined keyword which is allowed to construct object construct. So if you can see here, provides functionalities common to all JavaScript object. So and now we need to get the value. So there are three type of first one is the value, and another one is the keys. So what is does this value? So we're going to print one by one. So let's go and console.log. I'm going to say total. So let's run this our code. Index.js, what we get? Oh, dot values. So we didn't pass here. It's not understand whom value exactly, which value, which object value do you want to access. So we want to access from order data. So now what we get, let's see. Not index.js. Right, now we get the all values of these properties exactly below 50, 500, 500 to 1000, 1000 to 15,000, 1500, and 1500 to 200 and above 200. So it accesses the only value of properties, right? So they create a brand new array. Inside the array they put the all value, right, as we can see. So now we have an array with the all values exactly, right? So another one, keys was that. So what is does the key? Let's see the first what the word of keys. It's also a predefined method, right? So let's go and print this. Not index.js. So we got the only properties of the order or data objects, right, in the array format, right? So as we can see in a previous output, if where we was use the values, so we need to add value one by one exactly. So we need to access only values. So that's why I'm just going to use only value methods and after that we have a array, right? Inside the array we have a value and we need to add this one by one. So this will give output total order. So how are we going to do that? For example, if you're going to say for, is that for way? Can we achieve this by using a for loop? Yes, we have a brand new array, and inside the array how we can do? So let's let I is equal to 0, right? And after that I is going to less than of what is total dot length. And if I need to see what is the length of the array of total, so just go and say length, and after that length of what? Total. Sorry, not total. Length is not a method exactly, it is yes, I say total dot length, right? And now when we hit, because it will generate error, so that's why I'm making its commit. And now run this node index JS node. Okay, I typed something wrong, and then index.js length. Oh, what we do wrong here? Something wrong is gone here. I make its commit, right? Oh, I didn't save it, so I'm going to save it, and after that, yes, node index.js node index.js. So now we get the 5 because inside the array of total it has 5 elements. As you can see, you can count it. So we need to access this element one by one and store inside them. By using this, we have finished our half problem because we have a brand new array with that value, right? So it's might easy for us to access element one by one. So what we're going to say, if I is equal to less than total number dot length, then I should increase one by one. Okay, so after that we're going to say yes, what we need to store. Yeah, so for that I'm just going to declare one variable which is called const and say sum equal to no const. If I do const, then it will generate error. So const sum equal to 0. And now I want to do that, it's work like that, sum which is already value has 0. So sum is going to sum plus what we're going to add here. So we're going to say total number of array I. So now the value of I is equal to 0, right? And sum of the is equal to 0. If I plus means total I plus sum is equal to 0 and store is 0. Now the value of the sum is equal to 0, right? And when it's go to the here and it will check, means it will write now 0, and when its check is less than length of array, is total length of array is less than 0, it will go to the again and it will increase one by one. Now it will store the 1 here. So the value of the 1 is 29. First they will check the with 0 value, which is the 20. 20 will store with sum which is the 0, and 20 plus 0 is equal to, so for example let me show you something like this. Now the value of sum is 0, right? And now sum value plus sum, and now the value of the total I is equal to 0. And as we know that the counting in programming is starting from 0. So first on the 0 place is the 20. So 20 will going to store here, right? And now 20 going to store here. It will do that 20. The second step is that plus is going to add 20 plus 0 is equal to 20. Right now is 20 become the will store it here in sum. Now the when it's again go to the here and check the again value is the I is the less than total length, then it's true, then it's go to the plus, right? It's gone to the plus 1, and now the value of the I is equal to 1. So in the place of 1 is 29. So 20 here is already storage, and plus 29 gonna to add in 20. So now we have a value is total is 49, and again 49 here, and the value of I when increase, then it will go to the 30. Now the value of I is 2. So like that it will go to store and work. Okay, I hope you understand this loop exactly. And what we need to do, just go and after the loop we're going to print our we're just going to print sum log, and after that we're going to print sum. So what, okay, so I'm just going to say, I'm going to write something here, say the total order order, what we need to display, let me see. Yeah, total number of order, place it. Total number of order, place it. Just copy from here and paste here, right? And equal to sum, right? And yes, we're just going to say plus. And now we're going to run our, so we don't need to display the length and total, right? We don't need to display the array. And go to the browser and means console and type index.js. Yeah, as you can see here, we got the total number, and as we expected and given here, expected output should be 199. So we got 99. Hooray, we have completed another challenge and move to the second B challenge. So this is the second B. The B question is saying that, so calculate the number of proportion option. So expected output 2.b, 2.b is total number of order proportion. Okay. How are we going to do that? So we can do that simply by saying that how many is proportion orders. So we can say just we can display like there is a two-way for that. So first one is simple and pretty easy. As we do, we just say the console, right, and dot, and after that log. And now we're just going to display the length of the array exactly. So length of array, and it might look like very poor representation, so make something very better. So let's go and just copy this and inside to, yes, and print it plus. So we are now able to get our second, means let's put that there because it will make more clarity. So go to your Visual Studio and make a comment here, and first type Q2, and after that just paste it. Yep, and we got it. So we are able to solve our second. And if I run this code, what we get as input, let's go and say not index.js. As we can see, we get the same answer as we as is given is here, expected output as given. So there is another way to get that. Remember that when we was converting our object into the array, we were using other key values which is called keys. So by that we can also access this, we can also complete this challenge. So for that we just say first initialize this variable const, and after that we say total, not total, we say proportion. After that we say equal to object and dot keys, and keys. After that we say, what are we going to say? We're going to say order of data, and after that we're going to say length exactly. So length. And now if we go to say here, I'm just want to copy this, I don't want to type the whole thing, and go to here and just paste here. I simply pass here proportions, right? And after that what we get input, let me see, not index.js. Look, the both output is the same, and we achieved our last challenge and we completed our last challenge. So our next challenge is the calculate the percentage each preparations in below format. So the expected output should be like that. So what we're gonna do, first we need to know how can we do that exactly. First we need to understand this what they are saying to do exactly. So they are saying that generate object, and with that object it should have an index, means it should have ID, and after that order, okay, order, and it should be percentage with percentage and restaurant Punjabi Tarka. So we need to create a object. So for that we're just going to here, and our next challenge, I'm just first copy the question, and after that put here, and we say question 2 and select this and make its comment. Right, and now we're going to